Good afternoon, Packers fans. Aaron Nagler here with your Packers Daily Chat, coming to you live on the Cheesehead TV social channels, including TikTok today, people. That's right, we got TikTok back in the house. Hope you're all doing well. The Packers wrapping up another joint practice with the Saints earlier this afternoon. We've heard from the guys in the locker room. We heard from Matt LaFleur this morning. And now it's time to hear from you fine folks. That's right, Packers fans worldwide, because that's what we do here at Cheesehead TV each and every day. Let's give a shout out, shall we, to our good friends over at Ticket King. That's right, Ticket King has been based in Wisconsin since 1992 and are staffed with experienced, friendly, and knowledgeable folks that can help you with anything Packers ticket related. They also partner with local Green Bay businesses for tailgates and bus transportation to the games. They are open on game day for last-minute tickets, upgrades, and they even have a drive-through window. You can find them at the Cheesehead TV app. Just go to the schedule. You'll find individualized links for each and every game you want to go to, both home and away. Ticket King for all your Packer ticket needs. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard the rumors, and they are all true. The hottest thing sweeping YouTube at the moment is the Carry the G Club. That's right. We're kicking off the 2022 season with a brand new way for Packers fans worldwide to hang out with us here on the Cheesehead TV YouTube channel. It's the Carry the G Club. Members get custom loyalty badges showing how long you've been a club member attached to your name in all of our live streams and YouTube comments. You get special Cheesehead TV emojis featuring Corey and myself. And you get access to our weekly virtual happy hour to come hang out and talk Packers all year long. We had the latest one last night. It was a ton of fun. Thanks to all the new folks who joined. Got to think, a lot of Carry the G members hopping on board. Thank you so much. Joining the Carry the G Club is as easy as tapping that join button you see on the YouTube page. Do it, people. You know you want to. Hello to everybody in the comments section. Good to see everybody. And I want to give an initial shout out to Anthony Reeves. Thanks for joining the Carry the G Club, our newest member. Thanks for hopping on board, buddy. Really greatly appreciate it. Speaking of the Carry the G Club, William James, thank you for hopping on board. Really appreciate the support. Thanks for coming on board and carrying the G with us here at Cheesehead TV. Yo, Nags! I love the comments on TikTok because the usernames are always so small I can't read who they are. But thank you. Yo, to you as well. Thoughts on win-loss projection for the Packers this season? Ooh, what's it at? Depends, I guess, on where you look. I only really kind of pay attention to what Football Outsiders says. I haven't dove into the almanac in that regard yet. But I got to imagine, what are they at? 12? 13? Probably around there, right? Or they're a little lower. Where's Vegas got them? Let me know. Dave Johns, thank you for joining the Carry the G Club. Greatly appreciate it, man. Hello, Nags. Indiana is dialed into Cheesehead TV. What's up, Carrie? Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching on the old Facebook. Really appreciate it, man. Nags, hope all is well. Thanks for the content. Thank you for checking it all out. That's where the appreciation lies. Does end of public practices mean end of live tweets? Joe, yeah, most likely. The press, once the open practices are over, they won't be allowed in during the team portion of stuff. So you'll get kind of attendance, updates as far as who's participating during the first part, which is usually the stretching part when the media is allowed in. But then after that, the media will be shooed away. But I don't think that ends just yet as far as open practices. I know they have ended their joint practices, but they still have a few after this next preseason game for you to get into. Joe's Home Theater, thanks for joining the Carry the G Club. Greatly appreciate it, man. Really like it. Aaron, how are you? How's New York? Let me tell you something. New York is fucking awesome, man. I love going back to Wisconsin. Love seeing everybody. I love watching the Packers, obviously, hanging out with Corey, seeing all the people that come out to training camp each and every day. It's all great. And the best part, obviously, is seeing my parents down in Appleton. All of that is wonderful. But damn, if it doesn't take like less than 48 hours until I'm like, I need to get back to New York City. And now I am back, and I'm very happy. Nags only worries about his children. That is correct, Brandy. I suspect someone has probably asked if I'm worried about something. What are we worried about? Oh, Thomas is worried about the offensive line. No, I'm not. Look, I don't think they're ever going to be the elite unit that maybe some of us with shorter memories have only known in Green Bay, but I also think they've got plenty of talent to win a boatload of ball games. Now, Are there going to be certain situations where I wish they had maybe a little bit more heft up front, maybe a little bit more talent up front? Probably. But for the most part, they've got the talent necessary to win a Super Bowl. Of that, there is no doubt. Now, clearly, much of that will depend on how Elton Jenkins holds up once he is back. Hopefully, they get David Bakhtiari down the stretch. But even right now, the line is constituted. They can make it work. Now, obviously, injuries can hit at any time, and then you have to juggle, and who knows what moves get made there and what depth possibly rises to the front and either grabs the bull by the horns or completely sinks underneath the weight of it all. Those are all things that get, played out throughout the entirety of the season. But there's no doubt that right now, what they're working with offensive line-wise is more than enough. No doubt about it. Don't want to miss any super chats. Hold on, people. I'm scrolling by. How are we feeling about the tight ends? Good question. User 8473472. TikTok so imaginative. The tight ends, I'm feeling really good now that Bobby Tunyon's off the PUP. There's little doubt that you want to see a little bit more consistency from Tyler Davis, though he is still a young guy. DeGuara, I think, has had a quiet but good, if not solid, camp. And obviously, big dog is big dog, right? There's little question to me that these guys will be utilized kind of in different roles each and every week, depending on what the matchup is. But you've got the talent, every bit of talent that you need, especially with Bobby Tunyon coming back. Like we've heard all offseason, he should be ready by week 1, and that is an exciting proposition, especially for a guy who's coming off a pretty serious injury. To see him moving as well as he is, I think he'll contribute right away, especially considering they've got to produce in the passing game without Devontae Adams. All of those targets, all of that production has to go somewhere. I think Bobby will be a big key there. Preston, thank you for the super chat. What's up, Nags? Got a good, bad, and the ugly for today? A good, bad, and the ugly. Are we talking about from practice? I mean, the good's Jordan Love. Come on, Jordan Love. With the 50-yard bomb and 2-minute drill to Toure to set up to score a touchdown and then win the thing with a 2-minute in the end zone to Toure. Come on. 2-point play afterwards. Come on now. Jordan Love. What a day. As far as bad, I'll go with Tyler Davis having 2 false starts. That is bad. That is something he's got to correct. And as far as ugly, I'll go with the entirety of the offense. How about that? Simply because they had another rough outing against that Saints defense. There's your good, bad, and the ugly for today. Jeff Ness, thanks for the super chat. Is the current O-line better suited for the run game or pass protection? Oh, I think it's definitely pass protection at this point, Jeff. Now, we'll see what happens once they get Elton Jenkins in the mix and he's playing right tackle. And then I think things start to open up there a little bit in the run game. But right now, it's definitely pass pro. I don't think there's any question there. Are they keeping 6 or 7 wide receivers? Well, we'll see. Travis Fulham got picked up today. I had people on Twitter who were like, oh, thank God this wide receiver room needs help. It's like Travis Fulham knows the scheme and just got released by the Broncos and become available for a reason. He's undoubtedly going to help them get through this stretch here after the preseason game and down the end of camp. But I'll be shocked if they actually keep the guy in the 53. As far as the 6 or 7 aspect of it, I would suspect 6 because whoever that 7th guy is, unless he's an absolute demon on special teams, and I don't know who this might be, maybe Toure, we'll see. But unless he's just a special teams god, you just put him on the practice squad. There's little doubt that they're not going to be running 5 wide throughout the majority of this year. It's not like you're ever going to need to have these 6 wide receivers suited up. So I would be surprised if they kept 7. That seems like a bit much. But again, you never know. We'll see how the math lays out as far as the bottom of the roster and who's got to be on for special teams and who might make a case in these next 2 preseason games. A lot to play out yet. And Igbare looking good. That is the word. I tell you what, I'm kind of envious of everyone who got to watch these last couple practices because it sure sounds like he's putting on a show. He really came to life in that preseason game, and he didn't do a whole hell of a lot while I was in Green Bay. But that preseason game has kind of started him up, and now it's seemingly it has continued these last couple practices. I'll tell you what, if they've hit on a pass rusher on day 3, come on now. Cooking with gas on the outside. Dustin, thanks for the super chat. Nags, first time chatting you live in a long time. Way too early, but the 3 rookie wide receivers looking way stronger than the MVS St. Brown Jay Moore class. Thanks for doing this. I mean, I think it's a bit out of necessity too, right? I mean, there's no way that back in the day when they have their frontline guys rolling with the ones that any of these guys would have been thrown in the mix with Aaron Rodgers, right? Now, that's not to discount what we've seen from Dobbs and Toure, et cetera, and Winfrey and what have you. But man, I tell you, you got to love what you're seeing down in and down out. And we haven't even seen Watson really get in the mix yet. I mean, he's been doing some individual stuff. I know he's been doing some walkthrough stuff with the ones, but hopefully next week we start to get him mixed in a little bit with Aaron Rodgers. It's exciting times, man. Exciting times. To your point, I do think they're getting a little bit more out of these guys, but I think it's more out of necessity than anything else. Matt, thanks for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. Does Amari make the team? Yes. Greg, thanks for the super chat. Haven't been able to tune in live for a while with my work schedule. Did you get a puppy yet? Did you name it Big Talker? That's good. No. All will be revealed prior to the start of the regular season. There will be news on that front soon. Nags, do we have a kicker now to get us by till Mason is back and fit? Well, that new kid they picked up sure sounds like he's fun and got a big leg and somewhat accurate. But I got to suspect that they are planning on Mason being there for week 1. I don't sense any real super urgency there. And it sure looks like Mason's coming along just fine, at least from what I saw in all the workout stuff he did on the sideline. He started kicking that soccer ball. I got to suspect, don't forget, we're still weeks away from needing to make some kind of determination there. And it sure looks like Mason's on track. No real concern there yet. Stanley, thank you for the super chat. How about Saints eat a damn salad? Damn. Went right to the eat a salad portion of the evening. All right. Does Aaron need to show more patience or hell no? Matt, that's an interesting question. I assume you're talking about his comments regarding the young wide receivers and the mistakes they're making and the need for more consistency. And the answer is no, he doesn't need to do anything other than what he's doing. Now, look, I understand that in the media landscape that we find ourselves in these days, those comments are going to become a narrative and become a storyline. Hell, they did a whole thing on Good Morning Football this morning about it. I know guys wrote about it on the beat, etc. And that's to be expected. And Aaron knows this. And Aaron is doing that for a very specific reason. Look no further than the performance of those young guys in today's practice. A hell of a lot better than we heard and saw yesterday. He knows exactly what buttons he needs to press. He knows when to kind of put the pressure on guys, when to pull back. Aaron Rodgers is an absolute fucking master when it comes to this kind of thing. So, no, he does not need to chill out, dial it back in any way, shape, or form. He knows exactly what he's doing in that regard. Seeker, thanks for the super chat. Where's the beard? What a super chat. I had an interview today for a television program that I wanted to look somewhat presentable for. Didn't want to look homeless. My girlfriend was very disappointed that I shaved it off, that I made that decision. I said I looked homeless. She said, no, you just look like a man with a beard. I win, though, because it's my fucking face. So there you go. Matt, thanks for the super chat. Update on number 2 and what did 12 say to the wide receivers 8-16? Matt, you got a lot of numbers there. And I'm not quite sure what they're all in reference to. Sorry, buddy. To the wide receivers 8-16? You mean yesterday? I think we just discussed that a little bit. Mr. Englewood, thanks for the super chat. Bring Coach Holmgren back now. You're talking about the mustache? Yeah, you guys play your cards right. Maybe you'll get the mustache. Nagler, is Kingsley one of those that looks far better come game time than practice? Not necessarily. I mean, he's looked really good these last couple of practices. I know Wes Hodkowitz talked about him twice now, 2 days in a row on Packers.com. So tells you the kid is making it happen and starting to turn some heads. Got to get excited about that. Dustin, thanks for the super chat. Figured out that YouTube on iPhone doesn't let me carry the G Club. Laptop for the win. Is BJ Raji carrying the G yet, or is he just a Patreon guy? Oh, yeah. BJ Raji, big Patreon guy. No doubt about it. Your little buddy Jacob in the wheelchair says, hi, what's up, Jacob? How you doing? Great to see you in Green Bay. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for saying hi on TikTok. Really appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. What else we got here, folks? Thomas, thank you for the super chat. How do you explain the enigma of Rasul Douglas? Not quite sure what you're referring to there, other than the fact that he showed up with the Packers last October and absolutely lit the world on fire. Veteran guy, bounced around the league. I mean, hell, he helped his first team win a Super Bowl. He's played a lot of football, and he finally found a really good fit. I mean, I know he got beat by a rookie today. That's going to happen. That's life as a corner. Everybody gets beat at one point or another. Hell, Charles Woodson got beat back in the day. The question is, what do you do afterwards? And how do you bounce back? And Rasul, he bounces back in a big way. No question about it. I can't wait to hear Watson Jair 1-versus-1 reps. Oh, I'd be very surprised if the Packers coaches go that route, but we'll see. We shall see. Preston, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciated, buddy. Do you think that Cobb starting in the slot is a byproduct of nepotism with Rodgers? Also, do you think wide receiver separation from DBs will be an issue this year? Preston, that last question I'll take first. Do I think it'll be an issue? Certain weeks, but that's why you have to utilize other positions. And that's why the passing game can't just be thought of as an end game only for the wide receivers. You're going to see tight ends get involved. You're going to see running backs get involved. You're going to see bunch formations to get these guys free. You're going to see mesh. You're going to see all manner of schemed up propositions for these guys to get into space. Will there be times where they are spread out? Say Rodgers spreads them out and whoever they're playing against switches to a two-man call because they know they've got the goods as far as corners who can line up with their receivers and take them one-on-one with safety help. Yes, those weeks will come, and they will be tough. And those are the weeks when the Packers have to be able to run the ball. Because if you can run the ball, you get teams out of that too high look. But until you prove you can, they're going to have press man across the board a lot of the time with teams that can handle it. That's the thing. Not every team can go that route. There are plenty of teams who would be scared to death to go two-man because their second, maybe even third corners are just garbage in man coverage. They're great zone guys, and they run a lot of zone, and that's their scheme, and that's what they're good at. It is very much going to be a week-by-week proposition. This is the year, more than any other so far, Matt LaFleur is going to make his money as a game planner and game designer for that very reason. Matt, thank you for the super chat. Update on Crosby for another $2. Looking good. Talked about him earlier in the stream. He's coming along fine, looking good in all the workout stuff, and we've seen him only kind of with the rehab group so far, but it looks good. It looks like he's just right on schedule. I'm so excited about our defense. You should be excited about the defense. Man, this defense is going to be lights out. The only question is, what do they do when it comes time to deal with injuries? Because everyone does. Everyone at some point has to deal with injuries. And it's going to be very fascinating to watch which guys from the depth group on the Packers defensive sideline are able to come in and, not have a huge drop off. That is going to be a monster question mark this year. Dustin, thanks to the super chat. Which Packers player in year 1 to 3 would you most want to have a couple beers with, and why? Cannot be A.J. Dillon, so we're looking for a second choice. Years 1 through 3? That's interesting. Man, give me Eric Stokes. I would love to have a beer with Eric Stokes. I don't know if he drinks beer, but I'd love to have one with Stokes. Stanley, thanks to Super Chat. The Packers have claimed Fulham off waivers. Yes! Travis Fulham off waivers. I mentioned it a little bit ago. There's no doubt that he will come in and know the system, so that's a plus for him. I suspect this is just about getting them through the end of camp. I'd be very surprised if he actually makes the team, but hey, stranger things have happened. No question about it. What's up with O-line Ryan? Oh, you mean the draft pick? Pretty quiet on him. He's been running with the 3s and 2s and hasn't gotten any run that I can tell with the 1s. He certainly didn't while I was there. Hasn't seemingly done any with the first team since I left. And that means you're not going to hear a lot about him. I think he's looked fine. Well, the few times I did go down and watch the 2s and 3s, he's held up well. You just don't hear a lot about him because he's not playing with the 1s. And when you're at their Nitschke Field and they split things up, it's impossible to watch everything. So you just haven't heard a lot about him because he hasn't been with the 1s. Aaron, I had a painful conversation the other day, so I want you to chime in. Which moment of the 2014 NFC Championship game annoys you the most? Oh man, what a question. Annoys me the most? Probably the fact that Rodgers thought he had a free play on that first interception. He probably should have, if you look at the tape. And so he throws the ball up into the end zone thinking he has a free play, and it ends in a pick by Sherman. Richard Sherman, of all people, gets an interception. That is probably the most annoying moment because there's no way Aaron throws that ball if he thinks he doesn't have a free play. And you can talk about all the other stuff like, Peppers telling Burnett to go down, Jordy slipping out of his break for what should have been a touchdown, Aaron Rodgers' second interception, obviously Brandon Bostic. It's all annoying, but that play really sticks in my craw for whatever reason. All right, everybody, before I get going, that's right, you saw it on Twitter. I got some Madden codes to give out. That's right, the brand new Madden 23 is here, people. And I got 5 PlayStation and 5 Xbox code to hand out to my good friends and family right around Cheesehead TV here. So here are the rules, folks. Here's what you need to do. First of all, you need to be on Twitter. If you're not on Twitter in the year of our Lord 2022, I can't help you. But what you need to do is follow Cheesehead TV and then tweet us with using the hashtags, hashtag Madden23, hashtag CHTV Madden. You have to include both of those hashtags or you do not get entered for a chance to win. If you follow Cheesehead TV, use those hashtags. Just tell me why you want it. What do you love about Madden? What's the first thing you're going to do? Tell me something about the game that you're looking forward to. And I don't want to hear that, some other game was better or, they didn't make the changes you want, etc. I don't want that nonsense. I want something positive, something you're looking forward to with those hashtags. You got to follow Cheesehead TV. And tomorrow morning, 5 of you will have a code in your DM maybe when you wake up. Who knows if you're an early riser or what have you. But those are the rules, people. Got to follow Cheesehead TV. Got to use those hashtags. Let us know what you're looking forward to. All right, everybody. I'm going to have to go. Can't thank you enough for hanging out, talking Packers each and every day, Monday through Friday, right here on the Cheesehead TV social channels. Please do me a monster favor. Hit like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. And then tell your friends and tell your family. Cheesehead TV. We are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day. Go Pack Go.